Welcome back to Healthy Tech Life. Today, we're gonna dive into why we change our minds so much. And I think you're gonna like this. The question is why we always change our minds. Is there a cure for this? Can we actually slow it down? Um, I say I don't know. I don't think it's a woman or a man thing. I think it's a human thing. We like changing our minds just because we are undecided individuals. There are many reasons why people change their minds. In my case, one of the things is usually curiosity, and I want to talk about that curiosity thing for a minute, just because it takes me a while for me to stop researching things that I don't intend to actually do, right? I just want to learn about these things and I want to make sure that I am informed about the topic or anything that it is that I'm trying to research. Another reason is information overload. When that happens, usually in my case, is that I have so many things coming to me. People are doing things that I like. I am seeing things change, an example in the AI world, and I want to pursue that. So all that information is making me want to do those specific things. This large amount of information makes you want to pursue these things and actually want to make you continue to change your mind, right? So another reason for changing my mind is a personal growth. If I am trying to do something like right now, I am pursuing my MBA. And one of the things that I wanted to do from the beginning, I wanted to make it into a finance degree. However, there were other avenues that made me change my mind a couple of times. I never stopped taking classes, but I wanted to change my major. And when I talk about finances like that, it makes me want to just go into a broader spectrum of what finances in general would be. I wanted to go into economics, which is part of my education degree as well. But I think the finance decision, making the decision on the finance degree, I think is going to benefit me in the long run. While my MBA, of course, is in business administration, I think it's gonna serve me well if I continue doing YouTube the way I think I want to. Another reason why I change my mind, an example, is because I am sometimes influenced by others. And it's not just one or two people. I'm talking about, I'm on YouTube and I am watching other creators do so many things. Even sometimes I watch people do construction on their homes, even though I don't need any construction done in my house. All I want to do is pick up a couple of pieces of wood and put them together. Sometimes I watch people do the tiny house thing. My wife doesn't like that. She likes a cabin, an example, for recreational purposes more than anything. I don't want that. I want to have land, I want to have chickens, I want to have goats, and I want to have a small house where I can clean it up in, I don't know, 30 minutes and be done and then go outside and do other stuff. But I am influenced by others that are doing good. Others that I think are doing something similar to what I would be doing. This is crazy for me because while I don't act in all the desires that I have all these things in my head that I actually want to do. And I do not know if it is a man thing, if it is a woman thing. It's just me. I just keep changing my mind. One thing that I struggle with a lot is anxiety. That leads me to some depression that I try to control and I am not able to control fully. But that also makes me change my mind, my emotional state. one of the things that happen a lot is that I lose interest in things that I started doing. I do not know why. It just happens. When I am trying to make myself understand why I feel the way I do, then I realize it has nothing to do with the activity that I was trying to do or with anything I was trying to pursue. Let me give you a quick example. I was trying to write a book about life and death. While I'm almost done with the book, it has been hard for me to continue writing about the book just because of the way I feel. I have been writing about how I feel, but I have not been writing about the topic of the book. Hopefully that makes sense. My point is that I keep changing my mind on what I want to do. And the book right now, it's not going anywhere. This leads me to the next point, desire to improve. That makes me change my mind a lot, actually. Every time I want something for me, if it's a personal knowledge for me, I change my mind on what I was doing, even though I did not finish whatever I was doing, because it's not for a grade, it's not for a client, it's nothing like that. It's just for me, right? So I stop doing whatever it is that I'm doing and I just pursue something else. Once I am satisfied with the level of knowledge that I have on the previous topic, then I go to the next topic. And that also makes me change my mind a lot. There is this thing that I heard on a commercial, I don't remember where, but it said FOMO, fear of missing out. I thought that was a young people thing, but no, it happens to everybody. It happens to me more when I am trying to invest in something. Every time I see news about a new company that did something and I thought at the beginning I should have invested in this company. Even if the company is profitable, I always try to think about the things that could have been if I actually invested in these companies, right? So the roller coaster of the ups and downs of the market could have probably given me more anxiety than the money is worth. Even if it is a couple of $1,000s in a couple of days, I think it's great. But sometimes the ups and downs just make you have this level of high blood pressure that you do not want. And I don't think I am at that stage anymore. Hopefully, I am able to make these decisions without thinking of the fear of missing out. And what I'm trying to do now is every time I try to research anything, I think of the emotional state that I'm in. Why am I investing in this company? Why is this company good? Are they gonna be around for a while? Are they not? So that's where I am with all my investments right now. One very important aspect of changing people's minds is the lack of commitment. If something is not interesting to you, it doesn't matter how much you try to research, it doesn't matter how much you try to get involved in it, you're just not gonna do it as well as you think you are. So the lack of commitment for me, what happens is when it has to do with the creative side of me, that's when I change my mind so much. If I have a new idea, I have to stop whatever I'm doing to get that idea going to a point of where if I leave it alone, I can come back and pick up where I left off without having to do a lot of research. An example, writing, creating music, drawing, painting, something like that. I have to make it into a way that when I go back to it, I have enough notes about it or enough of the project completed to be able to go back without much effort. Another big one for me and a lot of people in the military is adaptive thinking. So being in the military made me be this way. When We are in any kind of environment where we have to think as improvised as possible. However, we manage the risks that we have because we have trained, we have prepared for as many worst case scenarios as possible. It doesn't always work that way, but when it does happen and things go south, then we have to improvise with our critical thinking, with our adaptive thinking. And I think that's one of the main reasons why I always change my mind as well. I always want to be adapting to my new environment, always want to be learning new things, and always want to know more about whatever it is that I am trying to do. And now we come to my favorite part of this video, which is the creative part of me. Being somebody who is creative, it is really hard for the consistency part of us as humans, right? We need consistency, and people who are very creative don't have a lot of consistencies. My dog just went over, that's why I looked. We're always changing our minds. We're always trying to do new things. We are always trying to create, right? That is our creative mind, making us do these things that we just are like very impulsive in doing. Right now, give me 1 second. I'm gonna read you this list. One of the things that I really enjoy doing is making music. I like the editing part of it. I like the music creation part of it, looking for the sounds, looking for that specific drum that will just go perfect with the voices that you're trying to record, with the chords that you're trying to make. I love painting. I love making things with wood. I love repairing things like home projects and stuff like that. I like reading. I like listening to books a lot. And one of the main things that I like doing right now is exploring this YouTube thing. It is hard for me to talk to the camera without trying to perform, without trying to give you something in return. And that's why I'm trying to do this video, give you some value, and hopefully you understand what I'm trying to do, right? If I was performing, an example, music, I don't have to talk to you. All I have to do is, hey, here's my music. I hope you like it. And I have you listen to the music. And that is a lot less hard for me to do than talking this way into the camera. Again, hopefully this serves of value and you are able to share this video with somebody else. You're not the only one who changed their mind. Again, I don't think it's a woman or a man thing. I think it's a human thing. We like changing our minds just because we are undecided individuals. I hope you like this, and if you do, please make sure that you hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button. And if you find value in this video, let me know. Leave it in the comments, and whatever you do, make sure you stay healthy, stay techy. There is a lot more details on the list of things that I mentioned in here in our blog, which I will be putting in the description below. So make sure you check that out. And make sure to subscribe to the newsletter so that way you can stay updated. Mami, muévete